Good morning. It is round 2, P2, day 9. And I thought I had a goose egg this morning, but the scale wavered and actually gave me a 0.2 loss. 0.2, my friend. So I am 136.4 this morning. No goose egg. Hopefully no stall. And just going about my day. It's Monday. I'm late for work. I have not been sleeping well since I started the HCG, which is normal for me. And so I actually slept in this morning for an extra hour. So now I'm running a little bit behind. Yesterday just pretty much had an apple, I had strawberries, I had 2 grissini, I had salad with steak and salsa, and then I had some cucumbers, tomatoes, and chicken. I got my water in, I had some coffee, I had my ACV water, no macadamia nuts, no MCT oil, no extra tasting of anything, and kept it pretty clean for the most part, and then tried to go to bed at a decent hour, probably about 10 o'clock, and got up at 7:30. So that's where we're at for today. I'm gonna try and push the sleep this week because I don't think I'm getting enough sleep, and we all know that sleep is extremely important during this phase 2. And also I have been cold. I was cold yesterday, I've been cold at night, and don't be alarmed if you're a newbie. That is normal when you're on HCG. It's the middle of the summer. I should not be carrying a heating pad around. And my back is feeling better, which started the whole heating pad because I was trying to loosen up a knife that I felt in my back. And the knife is now gone, but I have become very attached to that heating pad because I'm so darn cold. So just a quick update, my little 0.2, and just marching forward, day 9, 31 days to go. I just got to make it through August. And yesterday I said I didn't want to do P2 again, but in reality, I still haven't taken those pictures I was supposed to take at the beginning of my P2. I'm going to do that today. But the reality is, last night when I was examining my slim body as I was getting ready for bed, I look great in clothes, and mind you, I can see how women could get very comfortable at this weight of 135. It is a very comfortable weight for someone of my height. I'm only 5'3" and a half, barely. But I have some fat storage that I'm carrying around from just not taking care of myself for the last 13 years. Last night when I was examining my body and thinking about this being the last P2 for me, I realized that that's probably not going to be the case. And not that I have trouble with P2, actually, I find it very easy to follow. It's just the mental part of it. As we approach the fall and the winter, and I start thinking about the whole comfort food theory along with shorter days, and I realize that it may be more difficult to follow this protocol in the winter. And so I'm examining my body, and I see that if I hit my goal this round, or even get close to it in P3 because you still have a tendency to lose inches, if not even a little bit more weight, if you follow P3 correctly. I just don't think I'm gonna be finished there, because what I was getting at with the whole comfort zone and being, you know, this 135, I think it's a springboard and you can go either way. So yes, I'm very comfortable in my clothing. I look good. People say, I can't believe you're still dieting. But this was the point I was at 13 years ago when I was trying to get that last 10 pounds off and feeling like I had too much weight on my body. And people, you know, when you put on a bathing suit or have no clothes on at all, there's a lot there. And I realize I'm never going to have that body that I had as a 20-year-old. I'm not looking for a 20-year-old body. I'm just looking for these pockets of fat that are still hanging off of my slim body to be eliminated. And you know, once I reach that goal weight, I intend to start working out and lifting weights again and being active as I was in the past. And so I'm just using the HCG as a tool to help me get to where I want to go. I'm not looking to abuse it to achieve this perfect number. I'm looking to eliminate this abnormal fat that's hanging off of me. And it's gross. So in the areas now that are much slimmer, to finish my point, I'm babbling. To finish my point, the areas that are much slimmer still have you know, some of them have 3 inches of skin and fat. The cellulite is starting to diminish, so this is a great thing, but it's still there. So I have a feeling I'm probably going to end up doing another P2 round, and it's probably going to be, I would say, at the beginning of the year. I don't think I will do it over the holidays. I think what I'll do, because my last P2 was so long, I did a 63-day round. It's not something I recommend. It's very tough mentally, and I'm not going to do that again to achieve my goal. So I'm going to do my 43-day round, you know, the last 3 days being the end of your P2, and finish up, and then do an extra long P3 and an extra long P4, and then reevaluate and see where I'm at. So that was the point I was trying to make this morning, and then from there we'll just see how things go. I think everyone just needs to have a goal, to try and achieve something, you know, a set point out in front of you. But at the same time, because your body's changing so drastically, it's really hard until you get to where you're at that end of that phase and you can see the difference, because we have to mentally get over that whole number on the scale thing when you're being so focused, that number on the scale every day. For me, it's that 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. When you get past that whole number thing and you just look at the body and you look at the way the clothes fit and you look at the way the skin is now laying on your body flatter without that fat there, that's when I think you'll know, okay, I've reached the end. I'm where I need to be. And again, that whole springboard theory, that means you can go up. You know, I could end right back up in my 150s again, 160s, and I don't want to have gone through all of this to end up back there. Or you can continue to go down and really, you know, start working out. You now have all these tools. You know what a portion size looks like. You know what makes you feel good when you eat it and what doesn't. And so you can use it to go that way. So obviously the last round, the last P2 that I end up doing, if I end up doing a P2 again, will be what we call my vanity round. And I didn't think I was going to end up having to do one, but I can see that that's probably going to be the case. So we'll go from there. I am approaching my 30-pound weight loss, which I hope to achieve this week. And very surprised that so many inches are gone off of my hip and stomach area, and that I don't see any new stretch marks. It's amazing. So I encourage anyone out there that's watching this currently, whether you're watching it a year after I've made it, or watching it the day after I made it, if you are considering the HCG protocol, I encourage you to go ahead and get started and just take it one day at a time, one round at a time, one phase at a time. Sometimes it's one meal at a time. And do this for yourself, because it's a wonderful thing. And I have really noticed how I am living life right now it's like it's a blossom. It's like I am blossoming, and it's the shedding of the weight. You're shedding baggage, and sometimes you don't even, God, I don't want to get choked up here. You don't even realize that you're carrying the baggage around, and that it's so heavy. And I feel right now as if I am blossoming and coming out of my shell, and I'm very, very happy, and I can see that my mood is lighter. I have mental clarity. I'm happy with myself, and it's not about the number on the scale, it's about how I feel in my head. And so if you are considering HCG, I'm not affiliated with anybody or anything. I just want you to take the time to look into it and try it.